friends. How pretty you are amid the grass and the flowers. How pretty you are in the warm sunlight. I run along the pathways and through the meadows. I gaze at the harvest. Everywhere I hear the singing, murmuring, and chirping of living things. I see you, beautiful birds. I admire you, does and fawns. And of course, I love you. This movie is about the life of all animals, prehistoric, myth, and land and water. Some walk, some swim, or even fly, but they all have one thing in common, beauty. No matter how big or how small, we should all admire them, for they are all unique in their own ways.
Dinosaur that lived about 130 million years ago, long before men even existed. It was about 60 feet long and weighed about 20 tons and walked on 4 feet. Its footprint covered 1 square foot. It had a thick body, a long neck and tail, and a very small head. It was not very smart, for it had such a small brain. He ate plants and spent most of his time in the water. Bones to it have been found in Wyoming and other western states. And dogs in the United States alone. These dogs are domestic dogs. The 2 smaller dogs are called toy dogs. They are used only for pets. Some are just small varieties of larger dogs, and some are definite or no larger dog like them exists. The two larger dogs are called sporting dogs. They are trained or bred to help hunt out small game. They do not attack it, they just hunt it out and show their master where it is. Some just bring back short game to their master.
There are as many kinds of swans. Most of them are large, being 5 feet long. They have slender curving necks and lovely white feathers. The 2 best-known kinds are the whistling swan and the trumpet swan. The whistling swan gets its name because in flight it makes a loud, clear whistling sound. It makes its home in the Arctic region. The female lays from 2 to 7 pure white eggs. The trumpet swan looks like a whistling swan except it's larger. In flight it gives a sound like a trumpet. Many trumpet swans were in Canada and the United States, but many were shot or killed by enemies. Now there are only a few left. Swans live in the Arctic region where the climate is cold. Some live in New Zealand and Australia and on Galapagos Island. The Australian penguin is only about a foot high. The emperor penguin, which lives in the Arctic, is more than 3 feet high and weighs about 90 pounds. The penguin is clumsy on land, but swift in water. It can't fly. It has a wide body and flat feet, and it stands upright. The female lays 1 egg. It carries it on its feet.
The United States and Canada and some other parts of the world. When frightened or mad, it sends out a stream of yellow liquid that has a strong odor. He uses this defense only when disturbed. He will first raise his tail as a warning before spraying the liquid. It is about 18 inches long and weighs 4 to 10 pounds. The skunk sleeps in the day and comes out at night to hunt. It eats frogs, snakes, fruit, and seeds. Claws, which he uses to dig ants out of logs for catching fish and for climbing trees. Bears will eat almost any meat. Eat almost anything: meat, fruits, roots, and vegetables. Honey is their favorite thing to eat. In places where it gets cold during the winter, they eat a lot in the summer to store up. The bears hibernate during winter. If there is a warm spot during winter, they will awaken, but when it gets cold again, they go back to sleep. When cubs are born, they are usually twins, and they are always born during the winter. The bear is mainly found in northern countries. In North America, the commonest bear is the black bear. He usually weighs between 200 and 300 pounds. The brown bear is simply a black of a lighter color. The grizzly bear is found in the western United States. The grizzly weighs as much as 1,000 pounds. They have been hunted so much that they are almost extinct. The largest bear of all lives in Alaska, the Kodiak bear. It's the largest flesh-eating animal. These bears sometimes weigh as much as 1,500 pounds. The polar bear lives in the far north. It has white fur. He is a good swimmer and catches most of its food in the water. It eats fish, seeds, and other animals. They do not hibernate.
It is one of the rarest birds in the world. It may be found in some of the strangest places. It is worth over $1 million. It can eat fish bigger than its size, and it eats fruits. It can be recognized by its large beak and its flat body and small feet. This horse is a Mustang. He eats bushes, grass, and low leaves from trees. It's a wild horse found in the western U.S. Some Mustangs may be tamed by men.
This is one of the most dangerous fish in the water. The shark may be gray, blue, or even brown in color. They have 3 rows of teeth. They use their gills like all fish to breathe oxygen through the water. Through color, but all fish have fins. It makes it easier to move through the water. Some fish eat plants. Others may eat their own kind in different colors. The 2 most common are the spotted and the black leopard. They eat meat, mainly deer meat, and live in Central and South America. Monkeys live in lots of continents: Asia, South America, and Africa, to name a few. Many books call them primates, meaning early man. The most likely to man is the orangutan. They all eat fruits and berries. Who lives in North America and in many places on the earth. They are related to the bear. They eat meat and fruits. They are called little bandits from the markings and personalities. Live in Africa. Their distinguished markings are its horns and on its nose. There are 2 kinds of rhinos, black and white. They eat grass and leaves. Found all over the world. It is called a rodent. A mouse which is caught in a snare will warn its fellows, and they will avoid approaching the trap. They come in many colors, solid and patches. The farmers call the pests. The farmers call mice pests because they eat mainly crops. One of the few domestic animals capable of arousing such strong feelings of affection or resentment in human beings. It is a meat eater. The world. They come in varieties of colors. Their distinguished markings are the long ears and feet. They eat many vegetables. Many can be domesticated. Larger than the deer. It is mistaken for a bear or deer. The moose stays in the water most of the time. It eats many greens. Dog is a wild pig. It lives in many parts of the world. It has fur on them. They come from many parts of the world. They eat most anything. In the colors black and white. They are very fleet-footed. They are very calm. They are usually kept for children. They are also breeded for food. They are very well domesticated. They eat grass. They are also kept for wool. Doggo looks like a teddy bear with big ears, a shiny nose, and small bright eyes. This animal, which lives in trees, is 3 feet long. It lives in Australia. Because it looks like a bear, it also has been called the pouched bear, teddy bear, and Australian bear. It eats leaves. The legend of the unicorn has been told for more than 2,000 years. Their most striking feature is the single spiraled horn on the forehead. The horn is magical and a symbol of purity and unity. Unicorns are ferocious and have a loud trumpeting voice. The unicorn is so strong that no one can catch it by force. But if a beautiful maiden is left alone in the woods, the unicorn will come out and put its head on her lap. Then it will fall asleep and can be captured.
I hope you liked our movie about wild and domesticated animals. And we hope you enjoyed it, and please be kind to animals.